So, guess what? My baby's birthday present just came. King, your birthday present just came. Your birthday present just came. Your birthday present just Your birthday present just Your birthday present just came. I'm so proud of myself. Oh my God. Like, oh God. If you guys know what this present is, y'all gonna say I'm the best mom in the whole wide world. I'm so Look at him, he's laughing. I'm so proud of me, baby. Like, you don't understand. Any mommy who thinks about this for her child, that mommy is an angel. Oh God, I'm so proud of myself. My baby turns 5, and that is his present. One of it, actually. One of it. So, this year, we're getting him 3. Oh! This year, we decided to give him 3 birthday presents. Actually, 4. A new home. And what again? This. And something on the way. And it's coming from... thank you very much, Glogo store. Yeah. Ogechi. Thank you very much for seeing this through. And thank you very much, the Virgin Hair Fantasy, for bringing in the 3rd gift. It's going to come in really soon. I'm waiting. I'm outside. I think they're actually at the gate, so I'm waiting for them to bring it so I can sign for it. Then the 4th one. The 4th one is actually a house on wheels. Oh, thank you very much, Regina Daniels, for the idea. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Summer. So today's video, I wanted to share this with you guys. For anybody that's coming across this video, you do not know what the story is, there's no point in me going back and starting from the beginning. I will link the previous videos. There are 2 previous videos relating to this one that I will put a link in the description box so you can watch it and just have they are short videos anyways. You can just watch those ones to get a clue in case you don't know who we're talking about or what is going on. So, and then for those people that say, oh, don't talk about people's lives, so you people are talking about people's lives, I have made videos and I have said it that in this life you have to learn. Let me tell you, there are a lot of things we learn in this life from our personal experiences. Sometimes we learn from other people's experiences. You know why? Because there's a saying that you can never have enough life experiences to learn from your own experiences. So sometimes you learn from other people's experiences. We are not going into their private lives. That's something people don't understand. When it's on social media, it's no longer private. It is the public. And we're not saying anything amazing or anything, I don't even know, like anything to out there. We're talking about things that everybody or most people are already aware of, things are already out there on social media. We're just using them to discuss, using them to learn, using them to, learn from their experiences. And just that's all it is at the end of the day, because you never know who will find themselves, in a similar, in a situation that is similar tomorrow. So, and then those that say, oh, talk about your life, talk about your life. If you're telling me to talk about my life, that means you're new here. You're definitely a JJC. Full-blown Johnny just come, because I have my life stories on my channel. And the same thing I said when I shared my stories. I say I share it because I want people to learn from my stories. So there's basically nothing different. Even when I talk about other people's stories that are already out there. Now, so in today's video, I want to talk about Tonto Dikeh shared the birthday celebration of her son. And you can see from the videos that she went all out, like she really went all out to celebrate this boy's birthday. You can actually see like when the boy was still sleeping and they were already setting up his room while he was sleeping. So he was supposed to wake up and see his room completely transformed. And it was supposed to be a surprise for his birthday. When I saw that, I'm going to be honest as a parent, what's her name? Tonto Dikeh can be very extra, like she goes all out. But that aside, the thought and the idea of making the day special for a child. I'm saying this because Tonto Dikeh may have all the money in the world. I don't know all of that. I'm just saying you don't have to compare yourself with her, like, oh, she bought all of these and all of that for her child. I'm going to speak for myself. Like, some of us would have grown up at the time when our birthdays were never celebrated. Like, growing up, the only birthday they celebrated in my house growing up was your first birthday, and that's it. That's it. Just that, number one, that first one is always a big deal. But after that, we don't celebrate birthdays. But I've grown up and I have chosen that my children's birthdays, they are remembered. Like, we don't do anything amazing, but at least we'll mark that day and remember that day and make that child feel special on that day. Now, why am I talking about this thing? I want to talk about this other aspect of things, because since I made the other video, there are some people that absolutely hate Tonto Dikeh. I've said it before that, like, she wouldn't be my cup of tea, because personality type, we're all different. We all have our own kind of lives and stuff like that. She's very extra and hyper and all of that. Her social media life is not everybody's cup of tea. Let's be honest, that's that. But I don't think people should let that take away from when it comes to saying, okay, this person is actually good at this or good at that. I want to come to the area of being a parent. There are some people, that sometimes you actually just overlook the outer part of them, and then you look on the inside. They may be gra-gra. Somebody asked me the other day, what is gra-gra? I didn't even know how to reply that comment. How do I translate gra-gra? I don't know the perfect word to use. Like, I don't want it to be near the nearest word or, similar word. I want it to be so exact in translating gra-gra. Any of you that can translate gra-gra, please leave in the comment section. So on the outside, she's that kind of a personality. But if you look at other areas, I think that she may be that kind of person that on the outside, she's strong, she's brave, but somebody like her may actually cry herself to sleep at night when she's upset. Somebody like her can actually cry herself to sleep at night when she's upset. But when she wakes up in the morning, she comes out, nobody knows she cried last night. There are some people that are like that on the outside, she's this tough cookie, she's this tough whatever. But when it comes to like things that matter, like her child, I personally, looking from the outside, we may be wrong, but looking from the outside, I don't know why, but I feel like she's actually dedicated to being a mother. Roughly, before I just forget, in case anybody coming across this video, this girl was married to a guy, got divorced. So this is the child they had together. The child just turned 5. And recently, there was a girl that she was pointing a finger at and saying that the girl was a problem in her marriage. The girl was the husband's personal assistant. But the personal assistant denied and said there was nothing going on between her husband and her. But then she and the guy broke up. And then recently, her ex-husband came out and said that he had married that personal assistant. And so far, with this whole drama going on, people are going down bashing the ex-husband on social media and bashing the new ex-husband's new wife on social media and everything. Oh, by the way, the man has actually made his Instagram private, and his new wife have made her, they got so much heat. Oh my goodness, the heat they got was so much. And the man has actually made his Instagram private, and his new wife has also made her Instagram private as well. But even with all the things going on, Tonto Dikeh have actually not spoken a word, has not made any post or addressed it at all. It seems that she decided to completely, just stay out of it, decided completely not to talk about it at all. Okay, so that is the kind of latest news surrounding them. So that's that. So this is the son that they had together. Now, why I wanted to actually talk about this aspect is that a few years ago, a lot of you would have remembered, I think it was, I don't know if it was I can't remember how old the child was then. She dressed up like a guy and she went to the son's school or something like that on Father's Day. And she said, from her story, she has said, because I'm going to say this is what she said, that the man has never been in the child's life. The guy is not really playing a part in the child's life. That's what she said. And she said that he's not really being the father to the son. He's not really playing his part and being there and everything. So on the Father's Day, she decided to go there because she said at the end of the day, she is his father and his mother, because she's the one playing the role of both. And that went viral. And some people were like, she's crazy. Some people were like, that could have scared the child. Some people were like, you can never be the father and mother and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, it was still from that mentality of my child needs a father. And she felt like that was missing in the child's life. And she wanted to just go there and play that part in her mind so that the child does not feel like I do not have a father, or I do not have a present father. So I don't want this video to be too long, but I just wanted to address this aspect of things that, you know, there are some people that they could be the most horrible people in the world, but when it comes to their children, they take their responsibility seriously. And I really want us to talk about this aspect of taking your role as a parent seriously. Because I'm saying this because you find couples that fall apart and then they allow their breaking up affect their children. At the end of the day, when your marriage ends, as a father or as a mother, you should remember that the relationship between you and your spouse is separate from your relationship with your child or children. Completely different relationship. So because you fell out with your husband does not mean you should hate your children or neglect your children or abandon your children. And also, don't say because you fell out with your wife, it should affect the relationship with your children. They're completely different things. You know, another aspect I want to talk about is when parents get into a row or hatred for each other, the marriage breaks up and everything, that they hate each other so much that they invest so much energy hating each other, so much energy going into that in comparison to the energy going into loving, caring and being there for their children. I've shared my stories as well. I grew up in a broken home. And I remember those days, if I see some other children that they came from a broken home and they'd be like, oh, I'm going on holidays to my mother, you know, I'm going on holidays to my father. And I'm like, wow, they're actually allowed to see them. Because my own, when it happened, we're not allowed to see our mother. Culture where I grew up in, my village, the children belong to the man. So my mother had no access to us. We had no access to our mother. So I knew what it is to, you know, parents to break up and it affects the children. And what I'm basically saying is this, and that's another thing that's not right. No matter what happens, there are women that they break up with a husband and they decide that they're never gonna allow the man to come near the children. They use the children to punish the man. It's actually the children that such a person is punishing because that relationship with their father is separate from the relationship with you. In my own case, like I said, growing up with my parents, I felt like it got to a point where they hated each other more than they loved their children, if I can put it that way. What am I basically saying is that they were so focused, dedicated. You know, there's no other word. I don't even know another word to use. You know, so much, all their attention was so much on the hatred they had for each other, the physical fights and everything. Like I felt like, you know, that was what took up so much of their energy rather than being there for us. So anyways, I just wanted to come and share this aspect of things just to say, you know, I know some people have some things to say about Tonto, Dikeh or whatever, but when it comes to these, a lot of people have to agree that she seems to be doing really well as a parent. I don't know in another way from what we see on social media anyways, and she seems to be really a really dedicated mother. And that's actually the aspect I want to, you know, address. This aspect I really want to touch on, that men, women, no matter what happens between you and your spouse, don't let it affect your relationship with your children. It's a completely different relationship. You know, I should be treated, you know, differently. Well, I saw that and I just wanted to come and share with you. You know, she seems to have remained a dedicated parent, that at the end of the day, you'll be surprised that child can grow up and never lack anything. These are the kind of things that can help a child to grow up to be a well-balanced child. Because, yeah, my father was not there or my parents were not together, but he can grow up and say, I actually had a great life, you know, growing up. You know, I just wanted to come and share that just to use it to motivate whoever is watching this, whoever is in a situation like that, just to talk about the idea of being dedicated, you know, regardless of what the marital status is or whatever happened between you and your husband or your wife, you know, to focus on the fact that your child is an individual or your children are individuals, that your relationship with them shouldn't suffer because of your relationship with your spouse. Whatever your opinions are, as always, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.